We're all searching for it, or people. The ones you can call when you're at the end of your rope. The ones you ask for advice in a difficult stage or deciding on which jeans to buy. The ones who you share dreams and hopes with, who get you to the gym and love your kids like their own. Motherhood was never meant to be a solitary role, and now it doesn't need to be. Here we discuss everything from our favorite kidisms to mental wellness to our best mom hacks and more. Mamas are world changers, and it's time to stop bearing that responsibility alone. So whether you're driving carpool, rocking a sleeping baby, or doing dishes, we're here for you. Welcome to the village. Welcome to episode 18 of the Village Podcast. I'm your host, Missy Allred. I'm so excited you're here. I can't believe we're already 18 episodes in. That's just crazy. So crazy. I've been such a podcast girl for so long, and so sometimes it's a little bit surreal to me to have my own. So fun. Okay, quick housekeeping. The doors to Happy Moms Club open in 2 weeks. It'll be on May 29th. This is my brand new membership designed for moms to have their people, to find their village, to have mom friends who are wanting to grow, who want to have deeper conversations, who are just looking for more but don't know where to find it. And obviously, as the name implies, are trying to be a happier mom. If this is something you're interested in, go to my Instagram. That's going to be the best place to find out more about the program, when it opens, all the things. I can't wait to see you in there. All right, today's episode is about when you don't feel like you have enough time to do all the things that are on your plate. And I came up with 4 things you can do. So really the first question is to ask yourself, is this something I need to do? Do I need to be the one doing it? And if not, here's 4 things you can do. And I also want to preface this with saying that we tend to misunderstand what it means to be a mom, quote unquote. Motherhood is not our to-do list. Motherhood is not tasks. Motherhood is not laundry. Motherhood is not even taking care of your kids, because you could hire a babysitter. Your husband could do that. You could have a nanny. They could go to daycare. Motherhood is not taking care of your kids. Motherhood is the relationship you have with your children. Being a good mom is about who you are being, not what you are doing. Okay? So when I ask this question of are you the one that needs to be doing this task? I want you to really take a minute and think about this. Do you personally, only you, are you the one that needs to be doing this? And if not, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're like, I just don't have time for it all, here are 4 things you can do. And I came up with words that are all D's so that they're a little bit easier to remember. So we can delegate, drop, diminish, or delay. So let's talk about these a little bit. First, we can delegate. If you do not need to do a task, you can give it to somebody else. You can hire a babysitter. You can swap kids with a friend, and each of you take an afternoon once a week and watch each other's kids, so the other mom and you get a couple hours to yourself. You can meal swap. You can do a million things. Here's a few things that I am doing lately to delegate some of my tasks. I have actually been asking for some extra childcare. My family is awesome and they want to help and they want to spend time with my kids, and so I have been reaching out and asking if they can, just take a couple hours so that I can have some time to work completely focused. Because I feel like that is something that is so hard as a mom. And you don't have to have a business or anything, but just to have some time where you're not having split attention. So often when we're with our kids, we're not actually with our kids because we're thinking about the to-do list. We're thinking about how, oh, we really should be exercising, or, all these different things that are usually on our mind, and we're often not fully present. Our body is there, but our mind has left the room. And so that's what I'm trying to delegate some of the childcare so that I can completely focus on other things and then completely focus on my kids. Some other things I'm doing, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that laundry has been like the bane of my existence for the last while. And I have tried a million different systems over the last year because I felt like I was in a really, laundry was never my thing that I struggled to do. I was almost always on top of it for like years. And then I had my third baby, and that totally changed. So since she was born, I feel like it is just this constant annoyance and stress for me, which is really annoying because like it's laundry. And I think about it way more than I would ever want to think about laundry. So I feel like I finally have found some things that work, and you'll hear more about this through some of these other ones as well. But with Delegate, some things I've been doing are my boys are putting away their own laundry. And I will talk about this more later, but I'm not folding their clothes either. If they want to fold them, they can. And if not, they can just stick them in their drawer. They get dressed themselves. I don't even see it really. It's fine. It's been one that's been really hard to let go of because I like things to be nice and neat and orderly. But my time has become so valuable that I just don't even care. It's saving me so much time to just let them throw their clothes in a drawer, and they are capable of doing that on their own. I will help them sort their clothes since they get washed together and their sizes, they're like one size apart from each other, and so it can get a little bit, some things are a little bit mixed up. Anyways, I help them with that, and then they can put it away. So I have delegated their putting away, folding, not folding, of their laundry. And that alone has probably saved me like half an hour a week. With my husband, we had like this big old chat, and I actually am thinking about bringing him on the podcast. So if you're interested in hearing from a husband, let me know what questions I need to ask him. But we had this big conversation the other day where I was like, I just need more support. And so a few things that we worked out for him to do with laundry, again, like I said, that's been a rough spot for me. I'm not folding his clothes anymore. I'm not putting away his clothes. I have done his laundry like our whole marriage, and I will wash it, but I'm just leaving it on the bed and he can fold it. And again, that saved me a chunk of time. He is taking over cleaning the bathroom, and then we talked about him helping more with the yard and nightly pickups because it's amazing how much faster two adults cleaning versus one adult cleaning, like it's just exponentially faster. So those are a few things that I have personally delegated. I mean, really just in the last little bit, and I can't tell you the mental load that it has taken off and the time I've already seen that I'm able to save, both in the time I was spending doing these things and in the time that I'm sitting there stressing about these things and not fully present when I actually want to be present. So that is delegate. Number 2 is drop. What can I just not even worry about? Is it really necessary? And this doesn't mean that it needs to be this way forever. So, for example, one of the things that I am just letting go of right now, and again, I am very much like a type A. I like my house to be very clean. Everything has its place. And so one of the things that I'm dropping is having a clean garage. Oh my goodness, I cannot keep my garage clean. We don't have enough storage to make keeping it clean easy. And right now, I'm just dropping it. And one day I will have a nice clean garage. There will be enough storage and it will be great. Today is not that day. So I am dropping having a clean garage. Another thing that I just recently dropped this week, actually, I have mentioned briefly that I have another business, a product business, and at least for the next several months, if not longer, I am taking a step back from that. And while part of me is very sad about that, the other part of me is absolutely relieved, which tells me that at least for now, it's the right decision. But it's been a huge weight off. So that's drop. Number 3 is diminish. How can you lessen what you're doing? So I talked about this a little bit with my boys' laundry, but I'm not folding their clothes. I'm just letting them be in the drawer, a mess. But it's their mess, not my mess, and I don't have to see it, and it's fine, but just not having that extra bit of laundry to do is, again, so relieving. Such a game changer to just let them throw it in their drawer and let it be fine. Another thing, again with laundry, can you tell the laundry has been really hard? But I have let go. I'm diminishing what I do in a day with laundry. So, like I said, I've tried a million different systems over the last year. And I'm going back to only washing things once a week, which, I mean, with young kids, I feel like I still end up doing another load, maybe 2 throughout the week, just as, someone has an accident or, something happens. So that's not like 100% true, but the bulk of the laundry, I'm only doing it once a week. But I'm only washing on that day, and I am just letting go. I'm diminishing what I do in a single day. And so I'm not even going to let myself fold that laundry until the next day. And that gets to be a fully separate task, and just giving myself permission to not try and put everything on the same day, again, has been like such a load off my shoulders. So, diminish. Number 4 is delay. And this one, you could do so many different ways. I mean, really all of these you could do so many different ways, but this one, maybe delay means I can wait 5 minutes to do the dishes so I can read a book to my kids. Delay might look like, for me right now, delay is looking like the cleaning of my house, vacuuming the bathroom, things like that. Honestly, it'll happen when it happens. And I know I will eventually get to it because, remember, I really like a very clean, tidy house. And so I will get to the point where like it'll just get done. But I had 15 minutes today, and so I vacuumed because I just had a pocket of time that I didn't really have anything else I necessarily wanted to put into it. And I did want to vacuum because I was getting to the point where my floors were bad enough that I really needed to vacuum. But not letting it be like, oh my goodness, I have to get to this today, and just letting it, I know I will get to it. I know I'll get to it. And so delaying it until I have the time and the mental energy to actually go tackle those things. And again, it's been so freeing to just let it be. Let it go. Let it happen because I know it will. So those are my 4 big tips on how to free up some time for yourself so that you have time for the things that actually matter, that are things that only you can do. Only you can develop that relationship with your kids. Only you can take care of yourself. Only you can spend quality time with your husband and deepen your relationship. Only you can, whatever it is that only you can do. And these other things, while necessary and yes, important, aren't as important as some of these other things. And if we can find a way to lessen the mental and physical and time load of these things, it gives you space to be the mom you want to be the person you want to be, the wife you want to be, all these things. So, really fast, the four again were delegate, drop, diminish, and delay. And if you would like help learning how to implement these into your own circumstances, your own life, and have more tips and tools to help you free up your time and how to become more present. So now that we freed up our time, we want to free up our brains to actually do the things, spend the time the way we want to. I am teaching a free class on this on May 29th. It's called Time for Moms, and this is the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about. And if you join live, you will get a chance to win a free month into my membership, Happy Moms Club. I will put the link to both the free class and the waitlist to Happy Moms Club in the show notes, so you can go check those out. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, that is the best place to get all the updates, all the information, ask questions, all the things about both the class and the club. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will talk to you next week. Thanks for joining me on this week's episode. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, so message me on Instagram at @themissy_allred. There is always room in our village, so if you enjoyed it, will you please send it to a friend or leave a rating and review? Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you next week.